What's going on, everybody? It is Alex from Everything for iPod, and today I have a review of the Monitor2Go HD Plus from Mobile Monitor Technologies. This monitor can be used with just about any product that can output a video signal over HDMI. So I used it with my laptop as well as my iPad and even a camera or game console. The uses for this monitor are pretty much endless. As far as design goes for the Monitor2Go HD Plus, it is made out of brushed aluminum as well as rubberized ABS for the top. The build quality is definitely high and it feels awesome. The device total is 3 pounds and does come with a carrying sleeve if you want to take it on the go. And as far as viewing modes go, it does work as a laptop style, so you fold the screen up and it reveals just like a laptop. And the screen also does rotate 180 degrees and fold flat, and there also is a built-in stand in the back, which is not the most sturdy thing in the world, but definitely does its job. And the neat thing about it is you can use it in both horizontal as well as vertical mode. On one side of the device, you will find a power input as well as a power button and a mini USB connection, and that's actually used to connect to a laptop and can be used for a video input. So instead of using HDMI with a laptop, you can actually just use that single USB connection. On the reverse side, you'll find two USB 2.0 ports, which are used as a USB hub when connected to a laptop, so you can connect any flash drive, really any USB device to that. And then you also have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is used for the HDMI connection. When you connect via HDMI, you can plug in a set of headphones or speakers. Since the monitor does not have built-in speakers, that's how you get your audio through. On the very bottom, you'll find a brightness control as well as a HDMI input. On the device, you'll find two Kensington lock slots, one on the rear of the device to lock the entire monitor down, and one on the bottom, which you can actually use to lock the iPad into place so no one can jack your iPad, but not the monitor. Now, the main attraction of the Monitor2Go HD Plus is actually the fact that you can insert an iPad into the bottom and use that as your video source. Inserting an iPad is actually pretty easy. You just pull the latch back on the bottom and remove the plastic cover. Now, that plastic cover is definitely something you're going to want to hold on to as it protects the screen when there's no iPad inserted. So don't just go chuck that in the trash. As far as where your iPad goes, there's two fabric strips which actually just raise it slightly above the aluminum, so you don't need to worry about scratches on your screen. If you have a screen protector on your iPad, it should work fine. And also, I'm going to add that you do need an iPad 2, 3, or 4, so no mini or first generation will fit in here. It's a pretty snug fit and works pretty well, although there's no back cover. So if something does fall on the back of the monitor, it's going to hit your iPad. There's no cover that goes over your iPad, so you may want to invest in a skin, which will fit just fine once inside of the monitor. To connect your iPad to the monitor, you will need the included HDMI adapter, which is essentially just a really tiny HDMI cable and will help with cable clutter. In addition, you will need Apple's digital AV adapter, which converts a Lightning or 30-pin output to an HDMI output, and will run you $30 or $40 depending on which model you buy. From there, connection is pretty self-explanatory. You just connect the two adapters and connect one end to the iPad, one end to the monitor, and if you wanted to connect a different device besides an iPad, you just use a standard HDMI cable. As you can see, I have my iPad situated inside of the monitor and it looks pretty nice. Now, you will see that I do not have any signal on the screen, and that is because I'm not connected to power. Now, this monitor isn't completely portable, as you do need to be connected to a wall outlet for it to turn on, but Mobile Monitor Technologies says they're working on a battery module that will be releasing soon, so eventually it will be completely portable. When using my iPad, I didn't find any lag, but the one thing you will definitely find is the two giant black bars on either side of the picture, and that is because the aspect ratio of the iPad and the 1600 by 900 monitor is different. While it may seem like that would be annoying at first, it definitely pays off when it comes time to watch a video, because the 16 by 9 aspect ratio on the monitor means that the video will fill up the whole entire screen, where on the iPad when you go to watch a video, you will have a letterboxing effect. You can rotate the screen around and use the iPad to present a small group with the presentation, or you can just use it to entertain yourself and watch movies on a bigger screen. My favorite use for this monitor was actually to use it with my 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro as a dual monitor setup. Completing tasks like video editing is much easier with two monitors, and to be able to do this on the go, maybe in a hotel room, on vacation, wherever you might be, being able to use two monitors in a laptop setup is really nice. It doesn't really weigh that much, and it's very easy to take on the go. And the fact that you don't need an HDMI connection for it to work, you can just use USB and install some drivers, which are available in the description, makes it extremely easy for travel. To output video from your computer to the monitor over USB, you will need to install additional drivers. They do come on disk, but for some reason they did not work when I installed them using the disk. I had to find a newer version online on MMT's website, which I'll link down in the description like I said earlier, but that wasn't a huge deal, and the drivers are available for Windows as well as Mac. As far as quality goes of this monitor, it is 1600 by 900, which on a 15.6-inch display comes in at around 118 pixels per inch. Now, my Retina MacBook Pro is 220 pixels per inch, which really just blows away this monitor. But compared to a non-Retina monitor like my Asus monitor as well as my iMac screen, this is really just about the same thing. So it's not terrible. If you have a Retina display, it is definitely not going to look anywhere close, but it is pretty good and definitely usable. If you view the monitor straight on, it does look pretty bright, but if you're at any sort of an angle, it doesn't look nearly as bright as a laptop screen. So the viewing angle isn't as great as a laptop, but if you're sitting right in front of it or a few degrees off, you should be fine. One last thing to note about the actual screen is that it is an anti-glare screen, and I am in a very bright recording environment. So if you do see some glare, it is much worse in my studio than it will be in a regular situation. The Monitor2Go HD Plus does a much better job of getting rid of glares than my MacBook. Using your iPad with the monitor, you do get full control to your volume buttons as well as the sleep wake button and home button. However, if you do want to access them, you do have to lift up the actual monitor to get to them. So if you want to fix that, head into the general portion of settings, go into accessibility and then assistive touch and turn that on. You will now get a little dot in the corner of your screen that you can drag around and position wherever you want. And this kind of acts as a widget that you can use to lock your device as well as change the rotation and volume without tilting, lifting up, or modifying the display at all. The Monitor2Go HD Plus comes in at $330. However, because you guys are so awesome, Mobile Monitor Technologies is offering you $20 off your next order. So if you would like that, go ahead and email everythingiPod@mmt2.com and they will email you back to where you can buy this with a $20 discount. There's also a $300 model available, and with that you sacrifice a little bit of screen quality, but if you're looking to save money, that might be an option that you want to go with. In my eyes, $330 is definitely worth it. The quality of the screen is pretty good and easy to adjust to, even if you're used to using a Retina MacBook Pro, as the quality is pretty much the same as any standard laptop or desktop computer. As far as uses, there's really no limit. You can use it with a desktop or laptop computer, cable TV box, gaming console, camera monitor, really anything you want to use it for, you can use as long as the device outputs video via HDMI. One negative thing I found about the product is that the 3.5mm headphone jack on the side that you use to output audio from an HDMI connection doesn't have a volume control. So if you're using headphones, you're stuck with the preset volume, or if your headphones have a separate hard volume control and that is different from a software volume control, you're stuck with the preset volume. I would have liked it if maybe the brightness control could dual as a volume control, or if you're using speakers, most speakers do have a volume control built in, so you should be fine there. Overall, I would have just liked if there would have been some kind of volume control on the monitor. Overall, guys, this is a great product at an amazing price. If you're interested, I'll drop links down below to where you can pick one of these up, as well as more information on that discount I was talking about. Again, this is the Monitor2Go HD Plus from Mobile Monitor Technologies. You can check them out over at mmt2.com. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, as well as subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Thanks, and I'll catch you in my next video.